Hi everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. So today is the last day of the month. Last Sunday to transform your Sunday. We are four coaches here to help you transform your day, transform your Sunday, transform your life. And we're going to start with Maggie.
Thank you so much, Juliet. My name is Maggie Temez. I am the owner and founder of Running Fox Living Food, and I help diabetics who are struggling with adapting to new lifestyle changes or diet changes to find more time, more control, and most importantly, more confidence in all of their choices and not get trapped in bland or boring diets. So let's kick it over to Iris.
Oh, thank you, Maggie. So my name is ISantos, and well, see what I just did? Yeah. And I am the founder and owner of ISantos Counseling Coaching. And my mission is to end with toxic relationship cycle and to heal the trauma, the emotional trauma that arises from experiencing such a detrimental um, experience. And Jennifer.
Thank you, Iris. I am Jennifer Binges, owner of Oxijen, a mind and body coaching company, and I help women over 40 who've been struggling with exercise and nutrition, or even just feeling stuck in their life. I help them with simple habit hacks that take less than 5 minutes a day and transform their life. Juliet.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Juliet, and I'm a life coach, and I do help women, busy women, overachiever, who lack of confidence, a lot of self-doubt, imposter syndrome, to get rid of all of this, to get a way better life, way happier. I would say way happier life by being way more confident in themselves and seeing their worth. So today, we're going to talk about the importance of doing things that you actually love.
Love this. I do. I love this.
So, anyone want to start here? Yeah, Maggie.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Great.
Thank you so much for bringing this topic because I am really excited about it too, like the importance of doing things that you love. And a couple of years ago, I ran into life situations that really made me question so many things and put a lot of things in perspective. And what I realized at that point in time was that if I was going to spend my time doing something, it had to have more meaning that just surviving, just working for a paycheck was no longer acceptable, was no longer reasonable for me. Like it had to have meaning. It had to be something that I had a passion for, that I loved. And it took me years, literally, to figure out what that was because there are lots of things that I like, there are plenty of things that I enjoy, and I really went through like this whole gambit of trying everything to see if it really brought meaning. Um, and eventually I ended up here in this space where I get to take my love of food, which has always been a great passion, but also helping people and living better and avoiding a lot of the mishaps, the disappointments that I had in my own personal life, and finding that love, that passion has been changing for me because I no longer feel angry when I spend my time working on things because I love it. I know the results, the end goals when I get there are going to be worth all of the effort that I put into it. And that's why I feel like it is so important to find something that you can do that you love. And you may have to go through a couple of things before you figure out what that actually is. But I love this topic. Go ahead, Jenn.
I I I love this too. And Maggie, I love your share because it got me thinking too. And I want to actually go back to when we were talking about toxic relationships. It was a toxic work relationship, and it's that scary unknown. But when you find your passion, I fell in love. I love strength training, and I fell in love with teaching yoga and mental mindset training. And then having the ability to combine all the things that I love under one roof. Like Maggie said, I love what I do. I love connecting with people. And what I struggled with, right, going from a 9 to 5 to owning your own company, there's like this 9 to 5 mindset. I struggled with not doing things that I love during the day because my mind was like, you should be working, you should be doing this. But what I learned is I am in control of my schedule. And so I take walks in the woods every day with my dogs. And every time I'm in the woods, it's like this gift that I got to create. I get to do what I love every day, which is connecting with amazing people, connecting with you guys. And I get to spend time in nature. And I think it's in this allowing ourselves, giving ourselves permission. I had to give myself permission to enjoy my life because I was in this mentality of like, life is supposed to be this way, and you're supposed to work for this person, and you're supposed to do, but it's not. That's not what life is. We get to create our life. And the more joy and passion we have in the day, the better our life is. I've never worked so hard at anything in my life like I do today, but I do it with so much love and passion that it doesn't feel like work. I mean, I get to hang out with you guys. We're having conversations. This is hardly work. This is a part of our job that I absolutely love. So I'm so glad, Juliet. This is such a great topic. And I think people need to have that permission to do things that they like. It's not selfish, it's self-love.
Real quick, thank you so much for taking me on walks with your dogs in the middle of the day when we came out last year. That was hugely fun. Okay, I think Iris was next.
Thank you. This is really beautiful. And like you said, Jennifer, it goes back to the topic before, having a toxic relationship with yourself and not knowing your values and not knowing who you are and and being trapped in a mentality of what you need to do or you had to do or following the script of the society, the check boxes of being a good this and being a good that. So when you learn to love yourself unconditionally, you learn to love the things that you do. You will no longer allow yourself to put your place in a position of just doing things just to do them. Like Maggie says, getting to that point where you ask yourself, what am I getting out of this? Is this um, making me feel the way that I want to feel? Am I doing this just for a paycheck, just to survive? No one is here to survive, and this is why it doesn't feel good when we do things that are not in alignment with who we are. Is not what we are here to do. So learning, doing things that you love is just a ripple effect of the unconditional love that you learn to foster to your own self and being one with you and everyone else. And like Jennifer said, it's not selfish, it's self-love.
Mm-hmm.
And one last thing I'm going to say, one last thing that Maggie trigger, like Jennifer said, what the conversation triggered the time when I thought I loved what I was doing because I was getting the validation that I was seeking. Meaning, sometimes we do things because we think that we love those things, but what we love is what we're getting out of it. So there was a time in my life that I I hated when we had a day off. I hated vacation because it meant that I wasn't at work. I went to work sick. I dragged myself in times that I should have been in bed because I needed medical attention. But I did this and I thought I was happy because it gave me, oh my gosh, she's a good employee. She's a good employee. She's a good person. She's a good team player. It gave me that. So I was doing that and neglecting everything, thinking I was happy because of what I was getting until the day I came home. No, I was home. I was forced to get vacation. No, it took longer than I thought. I was forced to go on vacation, and my children came from work from school when they were little, and their eyes. Every time I think about it, it choked me with sadness and also everything that comes with memories. The little faces when they walked in and they saw a meal, they saw me. They they had someone waiting to receive them and said, "Welcome back home," or how did it go. That day, I started begging God to please allow me the time to spend time with God, with my children, with myself. That's the day I started realizing that neglecting myself to go to a job that wasn't even respecting my time or my values or even my money because they were paying whatever they want to pay was nothing compared to having a relation with myself and the people that I truly love. Okay,
Beautiful.
I went a lot. I'm Maggie.
I think, Juliet, did you have something you wanted to say before I go?
Oh, yeah.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with everyone, and even Iris, we went a little bit over the subject, but it's true too. I think when you do what you love, one is really good for your confidence, by the way, but it's also allow you to work, like Jennifer, you said, because you love it, you don't realize you are working. And by doing it over and over again, you get better. And by getting better, you get more confidence. And also when you are like I do have a 9 to 5. To be honest, it's not as stressful as other job. And I do have more vacations than most American people. But I mean, when you are in a really stressful job because you need to pay your rent and you need to pay the food for your kid and for yourself, doing after the taking time in your day to do something you love just to release, like, it really helps to release your stress. It really helps to remind yourself that you are good enough. And so that's why I think, like, really focusing on what you love and doing it as much as you can really helps you on daily basis and really helps you realize where you are. It's also kind of, for me, it's uh, an object of awareness. Just last month, I took really almost a month off. Like, I didn't want to talk about business. I know we shouldn't, as business owner, you should have like work every day. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a break, spend with my family, and I start drawing, which I haven't done like for a really long time, like traditional drawing. And I started doing it like one day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. And I realized, oh my gosh, I really miss that. And I just bring me so much joy. And because I was too much in my head for the year, like working during the day, working on my business, I completely forgot. Oh, but I love that. And it brings me joy and it brings me a calmness. So yeah, Maggie.
I'm really glad I let you go first because that was perfect. And there are so many things in there that were really good topics. Because as other people were talking, I was like, I do love what I do now, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't come with stress. And while I've combined several things that like I do love bring me joy together, stepping away from that to do things that have absolutely no monetary value, they just bring me joy. I do historical recreation. I may have mentioned before, I am a nerd in many forms. Um, and history is one of those things dressing up in funny clothes, going out with other people, doing things like you would have done historically. These are things that bring me joy because it's just fun to take me out of the normal everyday into some kind of other experience. And it really is refreshing. And there are so many times in my life where I did not make time for it. I didn't prioritize it. And when I do make time for it, when I give it space, when I come back to do other things, I'm able to do them at a better level because like there is less stress. My muscles are less tense. My mind is less worried. And I've been able to like release things and let go. And we talk a lot on here on a lot of different things, but stress management, this is one of the key factors in good health. And doing things that you love, no matter what they are, whether or not they have any kind of financial benefit or just because they're fun, like historical reenactment or drawing, like they are beneficial for your health. Doing these things is a way to improve your health because it allows you to manage stress, release stress, ultimately feel better, live better. Go ahead, Jen.
As you're talking, when I'm thinking, I refer to workouts, it's like it's giving your mind and body an active recovery, meaning it's giving you time to reset, recharge your life, giving you that downtime and reminding you of your joy. Like Juliet said about, writing this past weekends, my cousin and I started doing our follow along videos again, and we haven't done them in almost a year. And it's the same thing. It's like, I forgot how much fun this was doing it with her, and it's when we forget, it's a great opportunity. So we're hoping we remind you, what is something that you loved? Share in the comments, because your share might spark something in somebody else, like an aha moment, like, oh yeah, I do love drawing or reenacting or whatever it is. It's a reminder to bring joy back into your life. And it goes back to the same topic we talk about every week, that self-care, self-love. Juliet, I love that you brought this topic to us today.
Yes.
So fun.
Yeah, I know. Iris, do you have any?
Just do what you love.
Do what you love. Do more of what you love.
Do
Start
more
doing
of what
what
you
you
love.
love.
Find
Yeah,
other
for
people who
sure.
like doing what you love and do it with them.
Even more love.
Even more love.
Yeah, and I think there is like a lot of research that's done in many aspects. Like drawing, if you draw for 20 minutes in a row, it's as beneficial as few hours of sleep, for example. Dancing is really good for your body. It's also really good for your brain. A lot of research have been done on it. So I think it's really, don't think, oh, I don't have time for that. Because always take time, even if it's five. Like, okay, like
5 minutes.
Jennifer said, 5 minutes, 5 minutes of dancing. That's, if it brings you joy, that's all it takes. Yeah, Maggie.
Can I throw something in real quick? So as I made an offhand comment, do things you like with other people who like doing things you like, but then I thought a little bit deeper into it because there's so many things that we look for, we need, and like positive social relationships is one of those. But when you go out and your intention is just to enjoy doing the things that you love to do, you will inevitably meet other people who enjoy doing those things too. And if you happen to be single when you are out doing those things, the chances that you will find the people who enjoy the things that you do, you can build relationships on that. And if you've already started in a place of self-love where you are giving yourself the time and the self-love of doing activities that you love, you have a much better opportunity of starting a good, positive relationship in that environment. Just wanted to delve into that.
Thank you, Maggie. Anyone else want to say something about the subject?
Just do what you love.
Do what you love.
So I think we're gonna wrap up, and before that, so a reminder, because in a month from now, yeah, a month, a few days, the submit's gonna be there. You're gonna have all the links. It's gonna be 9 coaches. And you're gonna have all the links in the description if you want to register and to have the VIP. So don't hesitate to just check out and register if you want help from us. Don't hesitate also, we are 4 coaches for different vision. If you need help or if you know someone who needs help, just refer to us and we're gonna help them as much as we can. You're gonna find all of our socials in the description again. So, and I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'm gonna see you next week.
Goodbye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody. Have a